Hi, this is Mark News from Plant Talk Radio. Thanks for subscribing and listening to our podcast, Your Gardening Questions from Plant Talk Radio. To keep this podcast free, we're partnering with Stoke Seeds. Indoor seed starting is fun, easy, and economical, and now's the time to start your seeds. If you're looking to grow a vegetable variety or add a punch of color to your flower garden, review the Stoke Seed Starting Guide online. You'll find information about soil preparation, moisture, temperature, light, transplanting, and more. The Stoke Seeds website is a complete resource center that you need to make your garden the envy of the neighborhood. Get growing with Stokes. We'll have more to come from Stoke Seeds in the next few weeks. Now, for today's question. We had another email question, Fred at planttalkradio.com, and this one came from Bob, and he says that he has a coral bell azalea. And he said late last season, the lower branches started turning brown and looking dead, and he's wondering if you had any ideas on what that might be caused by.
Well, it's kind of hard to say, so I'm going to give you some general information on azaleas. They're acid lovers, so you want to make sure that the soil that they're planted in has an acidic content to it. Oftentimes, in a clay soil, for instance, we have to add soil acidifiers. One of our good sponsors, Bonide, has a soil acidifier in their line, so you want to look for that. And then you also want to use a fertilizer for acid-loving plants. Those are two things. As far as the stems go that may have died off the bottom, that can be caused by a variety of things. Too much water, not enough water are typically, or if the plant has grown so much that it's shading out the lower branches, oftentimes they'll die off. If they are dead, just take a pair of pruners and trim them out. And I'd encourage you to fertilize and maybe add a little soil acidifier to the soil each year. But that should correct the problem.
I'm always envious of anyone that has a beautiful azalea because to me it's been well, I just haven't had very much success with certain plants, azalea being one of them. What are the common mistakes that people make with azalea that cause them not to bloom and not to look like they should?
I think the most common mistake is they like a very well-drained organic soil to be planted in. And oftentimes in certain areas like Columbus, Ohio, is very much clay alkaline. And we're taking a plant that typically grows in an acidic soil and planting it in clay. And it just does not work well. So if you have that condition, then you almost want to dig the soil out and replace it with some good organic soil, something that has a lot of peat moss content and well-drained, and use the soil acidifier as well as some fertilizer for acid-loving plants.
Hey, thanks again for listening to the podcast. Remember, lose the winter blues and garden indoors. Start your indoor seeds with the help of Stokes Gardening Guide and their online articles. For the best selection of vegetable, flower, and herb seeds available, go to stokeseeds.com. Catalogs are still available. Stoke Seeds, cultivating successful growers for generations.